Rise and shine, it's a brand new day. Ken can take the stage, ready to play. Weekdays at 10, the cars and the scene. Coffee in hand, they're living the dream. Aggression in the voice, got the whole town awake. Bringing fire to the mic, make no mistake. Shows in the corner, spitting out facts. Dropping truth bombs, ain't holding back. Ken in the morning, feel the heat. From 10 a.m. CST, can take a seat. We live and love that break in the mind. Light up your speakers, crank up the sound. They're talking about life upside down. Opinions exploding like a sonic blast. In the studio, they're built to last. With passion and grit, they engage and ignite. Every single week, they're a force can't fight. From sports to politics.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
Good morning. Good morning, Fred. Good morning, Joe. Good morning, Ken. Good morning, everyone else out there today. Welcome to another edition of Ken and Ken in the Morning on StreamYard Studio 2.0. Yes, because after we broke StreamYard the other day, well, it's perpetually stuck with our old studio. So welcome to the new StreamYard Studio after we did the Rumble Studio yesterday. One thing, we keep you on your toes here, you know? At least you can find us in the same spots, regardless of which studio we're in today. So that's good. Good morning, Ken. And you're muted.
Okay, I don't know how the hell it did that, but okay. I went to the old fucking studio. I'm sitting there. I'm like, man, where is everybody? Then I got the message from you. I'm like, oh, we're in a different studio today.
Did you notice up top there where it said the stream has ended and you couldn't get out of it?
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, didn't even fucking see that.
Yeah. I was like, okay, interesting. We broke StreamYard the other day. So, hey, you know, what can I say? This show is that good. We broke StreamYard, let me tell you. So, you missed yesterday, Ken, from the Rumble Studios, which was interesting.
I was here for the Rumble Studio.
Well, you were here for Rumble Studio. Yes, you missed the other night when JB and I, that was interesting. We couldn't figure out how to get our beautiful faces on the screen. But so yesterday we talked about the coaches, and I said yesterday, as the days go by, the more days go by, the safer Harbaugh is. Well, I guess they were listening to me in Baltimore because they said, yeah, we need to hurry up and get a new head coach if we're going to do this. And they did it. They let Harbaugh go after 19 years or 18 years. After 18 years in Baltimore. The thing that I found was funny, guys, was this. No sooner was he fired, within an hour, his agent goes, he's already gotten 7 phone calls. Like, well, there's only 6 teams that need a head coach. One of them is the team that fired you. So you're telling me that 2 teams that currently have a head coach signed also reached out to Harbaugh about coaching for them?
Well, that could also be the agent trying to make his guy look way more marketable. I honestly would expect it to be pretty much every team that's looking for a coach right now called. And maybe if you had a couple of others possibly kind of kick the tires, but I don't know how much you're going to get into that yet.
I agree, brother. Yeah, jackwagon. I agree with the jackwagon. These are jackwagons. Don't you ever disparage them. No, I think it was kind of a mistake, but it may be a good thing, though, too. I go. You know, you're there long enough. It might be good for them to have a different head coach and for him to have a change of scenery. I can think of a couple teams that have coaches right now, though, who may be going, like guys whose seats might be relatively warm or somewhat hot that didn't get fired. You know, that like think if you're Dallas, you're like, yeah, you know, our new head coach wasn't bad, but Harbaugh.
Yeah, I was going to say those type of coaches definitely garner extra interest than normal.
If you're
where
Tampa,
it makes you think, yeah, you know, we like our coach, but man, that's a nice shiny coach over there.
Like yesterday, I said, Todd Bowles is probably pretty safe in Tampa, but today I'm like, well, maybe not so much. Now it's Harbaugh. If you miss the playoffs and you're a head coach, you're looking over your shoulder right now. If your organization thinks Harbaugh could be an upgrade for you. And even if you're a playoff team and you lose this weekend, and your name is not. There are a couple guys I think would be protected. I think Ben Johnson would be one of those guys. Put it this way: if you're a first-year head coach that made the playoffs after being in last place last year, you're probably safe. So that's 3 guys who are probably pretty safe that I can think of, right off the bat. Actually 4. We'll get the guy in Seattle. I mean, he's probably safe too. But yeah, Tennessee or Cleveland stay in the division. Ooh.
And Yenzer, I'm glad that you just commented because I saw a picture that was just perfect for you. And now that I'm back in the studio, here you go, buddy.
Oh, there you go.
Just for you, Yenzer.
Yeah, jackwagon and jack off.
Yeah.
What if Harbaugh were to go to Pittsburgh and Tomlinson gets fired and goes to the Ravens?
Oh my God, that would be absolutely hilarious.
Yinzer would be probably trying to find my house so he can camp out front and blow up my car.
I was gonna say, just don't go casino on it and forget that there's a plate under the driver's seat.
Look, there are 2 guys right now, Stefanski and Harbaugh. I said earlier in the year, 4 weeks, he likes the picture.
You're welcome,
I
buddy.
said, look, this head coaching class is not much to look at. You're going to need a new head coach. Boy, has that changed. Because, the OCs, there's no one who everyone's like, oh my God, they'll the ball. It's not like Ben Johnson the last 2 years, right? I have to blow up car. Oh, you can piss my car's gas tank all you want. I drive a Tesla. So you're good,
well, then they'll just piss on the battery terminals.
You can go ahead and piss in the gas tank all you want. My Tesla won't. But like OC's Halfley, sure, he's getting some nods, right? Nagy, yeah, there's a little rumors that he may leave KC to pursue a head coaching gig again. Okay, you've got those guys, right? But obviously a certain guy in Minnesota, but he comes with baggage. There isn't an OC or DC which is like everyone's like, yep, this guy's gonna be a head coach next year. Not like you had last year. So it's still after those 2 guys, it's like, yeah, you can piss on the batteries all you want. When you get electrocuted and you're in my driveway, looking like making a milkshake with the bottle of milk I hand you, I'll just sit there and watch. It'll be a show. I know we have so much fun. To me, Joe, it makes the Raiders' job interesting now because we were saying yesterday. Well, what about I'll say it today. Could Harbaugh go to the Raiders? Would you be against that, or would you like that?
I don't know. Obviously the obvious answer is, I'm supposed to say, oh yeah, I would be thrilled, but
yeah.
How much success has he had without Todd Monken? That's the thing. Is he bringing Todd Monken with him?
He's always good. He can bring whoever he wants.
If he brings Todd Monken with him, then yeah, sure, right?
Look at with Monken, you got to think, all he's got to do is give him some kind of small title promotion. You can coach him all he wants. I think Monken would just quit to go there anyway. You know how some of these folks are. For me, that would be interesting to see if both Harbaughs in the same division.
Yeah, it was brought up on the Raiders subreddit yesterday. There was talk about it.
Morning, Snoop. So, yeah, Snoop's show is going to be fun this week too. By the way, check out Snoop's show on X if you're on X. He has a good show. Go check that one out. In fact, it aired last night or is it tonight? I can't remember. Maybe you just find it. Monkey could be getting a head coaching job though as well if they don't just promote him, which could always happen too. Good morning, Barry. Look at Ken, I hate to say this, but if you lose Saturday, might the Packers might they try to call Mr. Harbaugh up and say, "Hey, Matt, you know what? No division championships, no playoff wins with. Well, you have one playoff win with Jordan Love. It's not enough. We're gonna bring Harbaugh."
I've heard fan rumblings about it. I haven't heard any rumors from any of the sources there that leak stuff for Green Bay, but there are some fans that would be interested in it. Now, I don't know if I want to go from LaFleur to Harbaugh, but it would massively depend on how this game Saturday goes. If it's such a bad product that I'm all right, screw it, let's ship them out of town and get somebody else, then sure, Harbaugh's got a good enough resume.
Yeah, Fred, I thought he was going to be relatively safe too. I mean, it's rare that you get a coach that sticks more than 8 years with a team, and he was there for 18. He's been there so long. I mean, hold on one second. I actually have to take this. Let me mute myself. Take this real quick.
All right. Oh, well, Joe, has there been any of the coaches there that you're looking at?
I thought that was more important than it was.
No, jeez.
It was the VA. I thought they were going to say something about the money they owe me, but no, there
I
wasn't.
mean, yeah, I'm not sold on the Dable and Brian Flores thing. Like, I like Dable as an offensive coordinator, but I don't know if I want Brian Flores as my head coach.
What about a Harbaugh with David? Would that even work?
I mean, for establishing a culture, yeah, like I think, it would be better than what we've had. But with a new number one overall quarterback, like when has Harbaugh ever developed a quarterback?
Flacco.
Jamar.
Well, but did he do that, or was that his quarterbacks coach and his offensive coordinator?
Credit for both of them. I mean, he's produced the Super Bowl MVP and
He's produced the regular season MVP.
So I mean, you get really, if we want to give him credit for the losses, we got to give him credit for those things too, right? It's like what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So yeah, I mean, Harbaugh in New York.
That's where I'm hoping he goes.
That's where I'm thinking he goes.
And if Green Bay did make a change, I would be all for seeing what the hell Halfley could do as a head coach.
Here's the, I'm wondering, is Harbaugh even gonna? Does Harbaugh take the year off? Does he just say, you know what, I'm just taking a year off. I'm going to go hang out with my brother in L.A. and be a special advisor to my brother for a year, just so I don't have to stress. I get some family time. The Harbaugh brothers can ride together, and then I'll go take a gig, or does he go straight back into coaching? I mean, that's the other piece. Like we assume that Stefanski and Harbaugh are going to want jobs. You listen to Harbaugh's agent, it sounds like he does, but we haven't heard from really Harbaugh on this yet. These two guys are making this coaching carousel very interesting, and I would think that two of the New York Giants job is probably a job that a head coach might look at and go, yeah, I want. But they come with the GM. Well, the Raiders does too. And the Raiders' job would be a job I think they would look at and go, yeah, I can do something here. One's a little more built than the other. Both are bad teams last year, but one is a little more built than the other, and I would say that's New York. But there's less pressure in Vegas, media-wise. And then you've got your teams like look at Pittsburgh might be. I'm sorry, injured. Well, the injured might be happy. If they go one and done, they're looking for a new head coach. Maybe. I mean, we don't know. Sorry if I forgot to do that this morning. I don't know. Does he survive? Or no? And then, does LaFleur survive in Green Bay? Would be another good question. Interesting.
I
You probably could too. And
I don't know about the one we just lost, but I could see the one from LA going out there and being a bullfighter.
Well, there's also the question of like, what about the Eagles? Like, you know,
hot seat.
I know they won the Super Bowl last year,
He's on the
but
hot seat.
they backed their way into that playoffs. They sort of had that not quite as bad of a collapse at the end of this year. They managed to like kind of right the ship at the end of the year, but like they were, they lost. They had a 3-game losing streak again, and for whatever reason, I don't know what it is. Like he's winning lots of games. Sirianni's winning lots of games, and he's on the hot seat. Like I don't understand it. So if he goes one and done, right? That's what I'm saying. So, but he's winning lots of games. So like if he won you a Super Bowl just last year. So like if he loses to the Niners, is he out? Like, if he loses to the Niners in the wild card round?
Well, there's another one. The Niners is I think he'll stay, but he's a strangely, at least by the fans, been on the hot seat out there in San Francisco too. So we could see some more coaches now. Look, if you look at the games, you got Bears Packers. Well, I think LaFleur could be on the hot seat. Rams Panthers, I think they're both kind of safe. Bills Jags, I think they're both kind of safe. The coaches there.
The Bills, I will say they could be changing offensive coordinator because I have heard a lot of fans. Yeah,
we've heard that, but head coach wise, they're probably
no, head coach wise, they love McDermott.
Eagles Niners, loser could lose the job. Maybe. I mean, with both those teams, it's weird that both those coaches are someone on the hot seat with their fan bases. Chargers, Pats are fine. Their coaches are fine. Texas Steelers, well, we already know about the Steelers. I mean, you got 2 or 3 coaches this weekend that if they lose, they could be out of a job. It's weird. And Harbaugh being fired, I don't think it sent complete shockwaves through, but they're shockwaves because like a lot of us didn't think, Harbaugh is winning enough. I mean, they missed the playoffs this year, but my God, they had so many injuries. The first half of the season, they almost put a high school team out there. I mean, I don't know if Harbaugh was the problem in Baltimore.
They started 2-5 and worked their way back into being one kick away from the playoffs, and they fired him over that kick. Like, I don't know, dude.
And guess who's laughing right now at home or with the masseuse? Justin Tucker, because that was an all-day kick for him.
But
the funny
there
thing
was a rumor.
Tucker, he's eligible to come back. His suspension's over. No charges have ever been filed.
There was a rumor that part of the reason that Harbaugh got fired is because him and Lamar don't get along, and that they chose Lamar over John Harbaugh.
That would be a bad choice if you're Baltimore.
Well, that's the choice they made.
Yeah, if that's true, that's a bad choice, I think. There are very few quarterbacks in this league right now I would choose over certain head coaches like Harbaugh.
And Ken, not to divert to completely something off football, but you getting that call from the VA and it being useless, I just got a freaking email. Oh, you got a message on your patient portal and all that. Thinking it's something super important. I'm sitting here trying to get all into it. I get there. It's, well, since flu season's starting, if you're sick. Are you fucking kidding me?
The VA owes me back pay for 6 months for my son being in school. It took them 5 to 6 months to process the paperwork. And they called me last month saying, okay, we're approving it. Well, yeah, he's still in high school. You should approve the pay for him because as a dependent, because he still is. And they still haven't paid me. I'm like, 6 months of back pay, man. Come on, man. Look at this.
And Fred, I saw that. That shit was freaking awesome.
So with all the coaches being fired, and look at, by the way, we have to mention, speaking of firings yesterday, because it had not happened until after the show, Eberflus, whoever you want to say his name, is now in the unemployment line again. And look at bad defense in Dallas this year. Not completely on Eberflus, though. I mean, he did come in the year thinking he had one product, and by the way, we're going to take Micah and get rid of him. But that defense did get better as the year went on a little bit. But obviously not enough. I mean, I think Eberflus might look at the guy's getting paid from Chicago. He's getting paid from Dallas. He may just take a year off and then go back into the coordinating gig. He'll get another job eventually, but these head coaches, man. Well, we talk about these players making money, dude. These coaches, no joke. I mean, they make some money. Like, honestly, like, I don't know why Pete Carroll came back. The guy's got more money than God, probably.
Hold on. You want to know why, Joe? Can you tell us how much money the Raiders are paying coaches that are not in the building?
$50 million.
50 million.
That's exactly why.
I know. Like Eberflus, I think when he signed his first contract with the Bears, I think he has one more year left on it. It was a 5-year deal or something. Like most of these guys, I don't know why they sign 5-year deals because you get fired after 3 years, but whatever. But it's like, and then these coordinators are making good coin too. So I mean, like, I understand why they want to keep coaching, but at the same time, like you're Eberflus now, like, dude, you can just like go have a nice little Zen garden. You have enough money, you never have to work again. He still has his house in Chicago. I don't think he sold it. Matt Nagy finally sold his house that he had in Chicago like a year or two ago. Really nice house too. I mean, these guys, yeah, I mean, they're you want to throw a ball in. These guys are making money. Yeah, I'm wondering if what other coordinators are going to get fired. I'm half. Oh, and Morton Salt Company got fired too. I forgot to mention that one. We said that one had to be coming soon, and it did. The Morton Salt Company has gotten fired from the Lions, so they're looking for those.
So does that mean they're going to try to find the guy that invented football to run the offense now, since they found the guy that invented the scheme?
I tell you what, this would be interesting.
Bazing.
What if Dan Campbell got fired and Harbaugh would replace him?
Oh, if he got fired, either the Raiders or the Dallas Cowboys get a new cheerleader.
I mean, because look at Dan Campbell. He's not a bad head coach, but I don't think he's a great head coach. I mean, he goes how his his coordinators are, because he doesn't do anything play call or play design.
Yeah, he's more of an old school type of throwback,
right,
to where he's just managing the team, and whoever my coordinators are, you better get your side of the ball in check.
Yeah, Fred, that's not lost on me because, like, at the beginning of the year, well, you taught Ben everything he knows. So, yeah. Snoop thinks he goes to Vegas, but think about it, man. Let's be out of the box for a second. What if Detroit fires Dan Campbell because they have Harbaugh lined up? And let's say Harbaugh comes with, I mean, if you're a Lions fan, do you hate the idea of a Harbaugh replacing Campbell?
I think they might, and granted, this is speculation here, but for the mentality that Dan Campbell brought and how well the fans have embraced that, I think that would be too much of a huge change to go from a Dan Campbell that's in your face to John Harbaugh, that's more of like a relaxed type of coach.
But Harbaugh's teams always had a physical edge to them, though.
Yeah,
the Ravens were always a physical team.
Yeah, I'm saying just from the like rah-rah aspect type of thing, that they're used to a guy that's going to be out there on the podium, sitting there saying these things that the fans are loving, versus John Harbaugh, where you're getting more like the Bill Belichick. Granted, not that bad, but you get what I mean.
I'll tell you what, who's kind of happy about this? The fans. His price just went up. Now there's a bidding war for Stefanski and Harbaugh. His price just went up. Those two guys are the it guys for head coaching gigs this year. I mean, you want either one of them, you're gonna have to coin up.
Yeah. If the Raiders don't end up going for Harbaugh or signing Harbaugh, I'll tell you one candidate that I'm sort of intrigued by for the Raiders, but it's a gamble. Davis Webb. Like, he's new as a coach. Like, he's only got 3 years of coaching, right? But he's a former player, former NFL quarterback, and he wasn't a great quarterback. And typically the the players, the former players that weren't great players, make great coaches. And he's done really well in Denver with Sean Payton. And so I want to turn the reins of the organization over to a 29-year-old guy. Part of me doesn't, but part of me does, because we're going to have a number 1 overall draft pick quarterback, right? This guy is not 74 years old and can't relate to Fernando Mendoza. This guy's 29. Like, these guys could play Call of Duty together. You know what I mean? Like, it's and one thing that he said, I heard an interview from him, and he was talking about like that one of the things that he experienced as a player and that he tried to take into his coaching, the opposite. You know, he learned what not to do is like giving your quarterback too much information right away. You know, it's like focus on what they do well. Let's work on that. And we have time. Like, we can go little by little with the playbook, with this and that, you know, like rather than being strict about, you know, this, we're going to do your mechanics this way. We're going to do this way. Right. Like, let's focus on what you can do, and then we'll add as we go. Like it's the first time I've heard a coach actually say like, hey, I'm going to go with the strengths of my players, you know, and actually like have done it. Cause we see it with Bo Nix. Like they've simplified the offense with Bo Nix quite a bit.
The comment's what I was laughing at, not what you were saying.
Yeah, you watched the match rerun.
Mm-hmm. But Joe, I'm actually kind of with you on that. Instead of just dumping all this on some of these quarterbacks, that granted, you might have some guy that's hyper intelligent and he just swallows all that, which cool, awesome. But there's a lot of guys that, like you said, the piecemeal of it would be a hell of a lot better. I'd much rather your first year you be super amazing at one thing than kind of at everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be, you know, and look, who wants to bet that at the Chargers game, there are 2 Harbaughs in attendance this week? You're not going to tell me that John's not going to go out and help his brother? Come on. You know he is.
I don't know. It depends on how much that sibling rivalry is.
Well, no, they don't have a sibling rivalry like that. They're very supportive of each other. That's the other thing about the Harbaugh brothers.
Yeah, they actually hate playing against, or they hate having to play against each other because somebody has to lose. You know,
these guys talk like these are 2 brothers who talk like they're best friends, like every day on the phone almost. I mean, they have a really good relationship. That like they play against each other, sure, right? But I mean, if you notice that, like when the Chargers are out, boom. I mean, they support each other. I could see, you know, say, okay, you fired me, cool, man. I'm gonna go help my brother win a ring. I mean, he won't be on an official capacity, but I'll guarantee you, he'll be at the Chargers game this weekend. I almost guarantee you, you're in that Chargers Patriots game. You're not facing one Harbaugh. You're facing both this weekend.
I've got an idea here. You know how people like to talk shit about quarterbacks not winning the big one or they wouldn't have won it for X, Y, and Z reason.
Right.
Are we going to start hearing that about Jim Harbaugh if he happens to win the Super Bowl, that he couldn't do it without his brother John helping him? If he comes back in this aspect,
well, John. Yeah, because he showed up when
you see what I'm getting at. I'm not trying to be a full troll here.
Yeah, but you know what though? Jim showed up for John when he won his. Maybe they should coach together because when he won the Super Bowl, Jim was there. I don't know, but I mean, John's going to go out there and hang out with Jim this week and give him insights, and especially on a team, you know, that he's faced this year. I mean, dude, I don't know. Maybe he'll get signed as a special assistant, or what they call that position. It's not the special assistant, but
oh God!
Actually,
we've done it a few times.
Actually, Jim was there for John when John won the Super Bowl, but he was his opponent. Remember?
Yep.
Yeah.
John beat him.
Well, he helped his brother win a Super Bowl that way.
It's a special assistant. I guess it's a special assistant to the head coach or special advisor. What do you want? It'd be funny if he signs a contract for that this week. You know, make him an advisor, which doesn't change anything about him being able to look for a head coaching job, but now gives him an official reason to be in the locker room in LA. I mean,
does he really need an official reason other than, hey, that's my brother's the head coach? Ask him.
League-wise, maybe. league wise. It might because I don't think he could, having been well. I mean, now he's not employed by anyone in the NFL, but yeah, there
Mhm.
might be because why did these guys sign these deals and do that? Like Saleh did that, right with
Mhm.
Green Bay.
Mhm.
There is a reason for it, but I'm probably not.
Yeah, so they can make sure their buddy gets paid while he's there.
I don't know even know how much these guys get paid when they do that, but I think it's
I,
just more like you're legally allowed to be here kind of thing. You're not just like there's a legality to it though too.
Hey, it's one of those of, would you help your buddy anyway? Absolutely, but it's real nice to get that extra money in your pocket too.
So hey,
Even if it was like 20, 50,000, something like that.
let me transition here a little bit. No, I'm not becoming a Democrat.
Thank you, Ken, because every time you said that, I wanted to make the joke, man.
Well, let me transition to a different topic here. Let me be more. I don't feel this pain as much because of how I get my TV. But if you want to watch the playoffs this weekend, the Bears and Packers are on Amazon. You've got a game on Peacock, right? So they're using Amazon,
Yeah, I'm checking right now too.
Peacock. I forgot which game is on Peacock.
It doesn't look like any of the wild card ones are.
No. There is a game on Peacock. Let me see. Is it Bills? Jags? No,
It might be broadcasted simultaneously, but not exclusively, like how Amazon.
Yeah, the Chargers, New England's NBC/Peacock.
Then yeah, simulcast.
It might be some. I don't know. And ABC is ESPN. I mean, I'm just like, I think at this point, the thing that makes me mad about like being on Amazon. Not everyone has Amazon. So if you're in Green Bay and Chicago and you don't have Amazon, like it forces you to go to a bar or something to watch the game.
Honestly, that's around more towards your generation, older, and slightly mine, because a lot of people I know my age or younger, they have more streaming services and don't have cable, so that makes the game more accessible to them to be on the streaming service.
Okay, both my sons and my daughter. I'll take all three of my kids. Like, okay, my daughter, she has Netflix, so she shops on Netflix. Or, I mean, not Netflix.
You mean Netflix
free for phone, but Amazon. Because if you buy Amazon Prime with the free shipping, if you buy a lot of shit, it pays for itself. I get that. But neither of my boys have Amazon. Neither of them. Neither the 18 nor the 23-year-old have Amazon. And I don't see Ted getting Amazon anytime soon. So I mean, I don't know, man. They watch a lot of YouTube, but they don't even buy a lot of the streamers.
I was gonna say, I think yours are a bit of an outlier because of having the influence of you to where a lot of people I know have nothing but the streaming services
Well,
stuff.
I mean, like,
even if they don't personally have it, say like their girlfriend has the Amazon thing.
Because they use their buddy's stuff. I get that.
Yeah.
But I mean, but the Amazon, like, I don't know. I don't like it. You're right. There is maybe a generational thing to it, but you're still cutting a lot of fan bases out, especially in Green Bay and Chicago.
Yeah. Hey, I'm not against having them on a streaming service, but do it like the Chargers and New England game where it's going to be simulcast on both a streaming service and TV.
Yeah, like we all get Thursday night football. Like, okay, everyone's fine, but to make that a playoff game, like, dude, really behind a paywall for a playoff game? That's a paywall.
Well, that's only behind a paywall if you don't have a black flag with skull and crossbones.
Mm-hmm.
You know, well, yeah, I mean, but like,
ahoy, mateys!
The way I saw the graphic on NFL Network yesterday, they didn't mention that game was on NBC. They just mentioned the app.
Yeah,
if it's only on the app, because it was last year, it was only on the app. It wasn't on both. It's like, okay, another paywall.
Yeah, I think that's kind of why that they're doing the simulcast, because I'm looking at one of the things for it, and it says that it's going to be because of all the pushback they got last year.
Yeah, because the CBS games, a couple of them are going to be on Paramount Plus, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that's where I think we're going to get more of it. This is what we're going to see for a while until maybe the streaming stuff goes out, the cable stuff goes out. One of them's eventually going to cancel the other one out. It's just where are we going with it?
And, the cable TV companies, you gotta feel bad for them because when cable came out, man, they were gangbusters. They made money hand over fist. Then they started getting into internet. Right now, you'd probably, if you queried this, you would probably find that the only reason cable companies are still in existence is because they do internet. But now Starlink is becoming so cheap for so many people. Like in my area, it's not. Because like Ken and I both looked at this one day, so you guys can understand this. For Ken, the Starlink today costs him nothing. He pays us $70 a month for Starlink. For me, because the area I'm in is considered like a
high demand
right now, it'd be like $1,000 for me to start Starlink. So obviously, I'm not going to. I'm going to wait for me to get out of that surge. The surge pricing is what I'm in right now. So when surge pricing is over in my area, it'll be cheaper for me to get Starlink than cable internet, which I have the cable company provides me internet right now. Eventually, if Starlink takes over the internet business, cable companies are going to be out of business, man. Well, then there's always that too. But you know what though? That problem, like when I had YouTube TV, same issues with DirecTV as with the cable companies. Are these every so often you lose Sinclair Group isn't signing the new contract with. So if you're in these areas, you're not going to get NBC or Fox or whatever it is.
I got a family member down in Pennsylvania right now that gets literally every single subsidiary Fox station, but not Fox from DirecTV. And it's like, are you kidding me? How do you have every other one? You got Fox News and Fox
It's because
Sports,
the broadcasters want to charge more money to the streamers to the companies to air their free over-the-air television. That was the only thing I always thought was funny with you're not going to get your local NBC. Well, you can get it for free with an antenna. Why are you trying to charge so much for stuff that used to be free?
Yes, but have you watched anything on an antenna recently?
No.
It's
again, I have an IPTV, so
it's like watching the Spice Channel in the 90s. I figured you guys would get that joke.
Ramble titties.
Yeah.
I mean, I use an IPTV, and I just previewed a new one this weekend because the one I currently have has been pissing me off this week. But it seems like they're coming out the other end of it. For 3 years, they've been good, and this week, what the hell? So I just previewed another one, which is actually $5 a month cheaper than my current one. I still may make the switch, but my current IPTV, I get all my local stations. The one I previewed, I could get NBC, all the networks, but it didn't have my local Mobile, Pensacola network, so that's why I'm not going to go with it. But with IPTVs, though, you can get pretty much everything.
You can with a Jolly Roger too.
So I mean, it's one of those things where at some point you got to feel for the cable companies, and I'm just tired of.
I have Spectrum, so I feel absolutely no way bad for any cable company ever.
Fred, check your inbox. It's funny. Spectrum called me yesterday because they still think I live in Orlando. I'm like, dude, I haven't lived there for over a decade. Trying to sell me internet.
I have my nice fun with Spectrum because, of course, they're the only one in the area that offers high-speed internet.
But I hate when they mess with this stuff during playoff season. We're in playoff season. We had some good. Dude, we haven't even talked about the games yet this week. We've been doing coaches and everything else. But dude, we got Bears Packers. That's gonna be a good game. Rams Panthers gonna be a good rematch of a game. Bills Jags should be really good. Niners Eagles. Yeah, I mean,
Chargers New England. I think that one's going to be another barn burner too.
Yeah.
The only one I don't think is going to be a barn burner of this group. It could be Texans Steelers.
Yeah. I'm going to feel bad watching this game because what that Texas defensive line is going to do with Aaron Rodgers is not going to be something I'm going to want to see.
That's the only game where I go because their defense and the Steelers kind of limped in. I mean, people are like, but Ken, you're not being fair to What about the Panthers with a losing record? They beat the Rams earlier this year.
Yep. But hey, my buddy is a pretty decent Panthers fan, and he's kind of feeling iffy about the game because and it's not we just have no shot because of our records. It's we beat them earlier, and they are a hell of a lot better. Well, team in a hell of a lot better standing. Now they're going to want to come and beat the brakes off of us in our house.
By the way, I have to give a shout out to Luca. Luca, besides posting his normal funny stuff in the back chat, because yes, guys, I do look at the back chat. I just don't talk in the back chat. He has the Bears going to the Super Bowl. He has it being a Chicago-Jacksonville Super Bowl.
Man,
Which I mean, I like the Chicago piece of it, but what's interesting, I think, even more interesting about his prediction is that you have two rookie head coaches in the Super Bowl.
well, I want to take this moment to pray for Luca and the head injury that he suffered for an NFC North rival fan, hoping that another rival fan wins the Super Bowl.
I mean, his bracket's interesting.
Honestly, though, like that Bears Packers game, in my opinion, has the chance to be the best game out of the bunch because it's a division game. They've already played twice this season. They're 1-1. It's like, the Packers rested their guys. They should be back somewhat healthy. Like it's Rome should be coming back. Like it'll be good to see that game with where everybody has most of their guys. Like it's injuries shouldn't be an issue. Like that has a chance to be a real game.
And both had good news yesterday for the Packers. Zach Tom might be available. And for the Bears, we may be getting our nickel cornerback. So,
and not only do you have all that, but you got two head coaches that it seems like genuinely don't like each other.
Yeah.
See, that's my problem too. Like, I don't like that they put that game on Prime. I mean, it's supposed to be the big prime time game, and that's why they put it on Prime. But I think you lose viewership by putting it on Prime. Like that should have been on Fox.
Well, it's a money grab, dude. Like it's basically like it's like charging pay-per-view. You know what I mean? They're kind of like it sets a very bad precedent for the NFL. Like, are we gonna what's next? Are we gonna is the Super Bowl gonna be on Amazon Prime?
Well, I don't like that of the 6 playoff games, 2 of them, the 2 on Saturday are both NFC games. Like they should have had an NFC game and an AFC game on Saturday, and then because you got all these time slots, right? So, like, come on, man. Like, really? And then, like, I don't like that the Bears are on Amazon. I don't like that any of the games are on Amazon this weekend. I'm sorry. All the games this weekend should be CBS and Fox.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's all marketing, though. I mean, just pushing people over to Amazon.
Well, and then they got the game on the ABC ESPN game. Like, dude, was that a Monday night? That's on Monday night. We have Monday Night Football for the playoffs. Yep. Which I think is also just kind of like that's not. Dude,
well, we usually get a Monday night one for wild card.
No,
that's wild card.
No, that's a new thing that started like last year or the year. I think last year.
I was gonna say I thought it's been going on.
No, it's relatively new in the last couple.
It's a new thing. Yeah.
I mean, dude, I look at Monday Night Football. The last Monday Night Football game of the season used to be the second to last week of the season, right? So you'd get like when there was a 16-game season, week 16 was the final Monday Night Football. There was no Monday Night Football in week 17 like now. Week 17 was Monday Night Football. There was none last week for week 18. I think it's the disservice to the Steelers and the Texans have to play on Monday night because now they're on a short week for the divisional round game. I think that's terrible that they have a Monday Night Football game still. All these playoff games should be Saturday, Sunday. Do 3 and 3. Do a noon, do a noon, 3:30 and 6 and 7 o'clock game, like a normal Sunday schedule on Saturday, Sunday. You have 2 days where you own nothing but football on NBC on CBS and Fox. And that's how you do it. And you what you could even do it is, if you want to even go further with it, you could do Saturday is AFC, and all the games are on CBS, and Sunday they're all NFC, and you all the Fox.
You have had Monday night playoff games going back to the 70s, but those were random in between. You had one in 77, 83, and 88. And then 22 is once they started
Right, that's what I'm
rolling
saying.
every
For
week.
the most part, because I think Monday Night Football is a disservice to the two teams that play.
Oh.
Because now one of the teams, like this year, okay, there's no AFC team that plays on Saturday. But let's say your bracket for the Texans Steelers. Let's say your bracket team that you're going to play against the next week plays on Saturday, and you play on Monday. That's an unfair advantage. They have 2 extra days of rest.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that. I mean, honestly, all the games should be Saturday, Sunday, and they should be on Fox and CBS as they've won the contract rights, right? And now that we're going to put them on apps and we're going to do this and all this weird foo-foo shit. I'm like, no. It to me it hurts football. I mean, this week is crazy enough as it is with all the coach firings that we get between head coaches, coordinators, and then now we have to try to decipher what app I need to buy to watch my team.
You know what? We'll have a good way to settle it. They need to put every playoff game on Tubi. That way you got it on the streaming and it's for free.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, look at. I understand why Bears Packers would be on Prime because people are going to buy Prime just for this game.
Yes, but going back to the weird networks that are broadcasting playoff games, and the past couple of years, Nickelodeon been broadcasting a playoff game.
Simulcast. They at least do one.
Oh, it's okay. I was going to say okay. That's better at least. Then that I don't have an issue with.
But to be honest, like I watched one of the Nickelodeon simulcasts, and I think Nate Burleson usually does it.
Yep.
And they bring all these kid Nickelodeon people on, but I'll watch it and turn the volume off just for the graphics. Because they do the slime, they do some funny ass graphics, like they'll SpongeBob running the ball back. I mean, it's hilarious. The graphics make it worth it. I had YouTube TV for a couple years, man. It was okay. It was a good segue from DirecTV to what I do now. Because, I was a DirecTV, kind of like people who have cable, right? They trapped the punter or a kicker in my big. For those of us who have had cable our whole lives or satellite TV, like YouTube TV was a good segue into streaming TV. And then now I just use an IPTV. That's not YouTube, where I get everything. So
yeah, I still have YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube.
I still have YouTube. I talked about it. I talked to you about it. I talked to the wife about it. I got in trouble for piracy like 15 years ago. So she's like, I don't know.
Well, like the IPTV I have comes with a VPN too, but I mean,
yeah. I mean, everything is legal. It's legal. I mean, most of them. You gotta watch some of them, but most of them are illegal. I was looking into it, but my wife's like, you got in trouble once. It's not worth it for you. All right. Like I had FBI fucking banging my door down. Like, what the fuck?
Well,
you're gonna have to tell me that story sometime, Fred.
Yeah, I'll send you the link for the one I'm currently using because it comes
Pirate Bay.
But I mean,
that makes sense.
It's funny because like it's like the NFL just like I don't know. I mean, I get it. We're going more towards streaming. YouTube TV was great because of the unlimited DVR deal. Like if you say, hey, I want to put Big Bang Theory on my favorites, it records every episode, so you basically have the box set because it's a syndication. So anytime it airs, it refreshes it. So it alerts you when a new show comes on, which obviously for Big Bang there isn't. Let's say you want like NCIS. When a new episode of NCIS, you get the alert, hey, you have a new episode to watch. Right? It shows up in your newly recorded. But if you go into your library, you have every season of NCIS because they're in syndication.
Are we gonna say what are they up to season 45 now?
Season 22, 23?
Yes.
Yeah. Chicago PD's on season 14. I'm like, really? It's been on that long? But that was the cool
I was
thing
going to say, I thought that only came out like 5 years ago.
No. That was the cool thing about YouTube TV is the way that DVR works. So you get like, if it's in syndication and a rerun runs anywhere, it refreshes it into your library. So you get this really cool library feature, like almost like almost like the Pirate Bay kind of feel with YouTube TV with that, because like, Bob's Burgers, you got every episode ever done because they're syndicated. Cop shows suck. But I mean,
Cops, the show is fantastic.
Yeah.
or
I love
PD
it.
Live.
I was gonna say
PD Live.
I've been going on a kick watching body cam footage here recently.
Yep.
Dude, I watched that Frank Sloop guy from Arizona. He does the traffic, the traffic stops, and I watch him because sometimes it's pure gold entertainment. Like the dude's a super nice guy. I know we're way off topic here, but he's a super nice guy. But he'll come up and like every cop, hey, can I see your license registration, please? And the thing is, like, if he comes up to Joe and says, hey, license registration, Joe's like, hey, no problem, here you go. He's like, okay, he gets relaxed. My name's Officer Frank Sloop. I pulled you over for doing this. Give me a second. I'll go run it. You were pretty cool. Yeah, you were doing 25 over, which is a felony, but I lowered it down to 18 over so you don't get the felony charge. Have a nice day. Then he goes to pull Fred over, and Fred's like, I don't have to show you shit. Oh, shit. Here we go.
God damn it, Fred.
I know, Fred. And Fred's like, I'm in this big-ass truck. I got to show you shit. I'm going to run your car over. And I was like, oh, crap. Here we go. But he is the stuff he puts up with. But some of it's pure. I can see why these kids watch YouTube all day. Because I find myself watching his videos and just going, oh, my God, these people. Like, and he's a cool dude. You've seen it. Like, if you're cool with him, he'll cut you a break. And he's just like, he goes, yeah, I'm going to pull this guy over. I'm just giving him a warning because, XYZ, like he is intended. I'm just going to be a nice guy. The next thing you know, he's breaking the glass, hauling him out, putting him in cuffs. They got 18 squad cars out there. You're like, how did this go from I'm going to give him a warning to like SWAT being called out? It's like
there was one where this guy gets pulled over. These two guys, and he doesn't want to give his license because he identifies as a cat. And so
I saw that one.
Yeah, you remember the officer? He's like, well, and then his partner identifies as a cat, and so he was like, he's his owner, and so he's like, well, I'm gonna have, if you really want to play it this way, it's illegal for a cat to be operating a motor vehicle in the state of California. I'm gonna have to impound your car. Then I'm gonna take your partner down to the animal shelter for a rabies shot. Then I'm gonna call a mental health professional because you allowed your partner to go get a rabies shot.
Hey,
or you could just give me your license right now.
I can't even say that anymore, man.
Yinzer, yeah. I love Fridays with Frank. That's the show, Cam. That I love that.
I'm gonna have to check that shit
out. Go check out.
Yeah.
It's called The Night Manager. Do you like? I loved House. That was a great show. Season 1 of The Night Manager. You want to talk about a cast? So here's the thing. Season 2 just dropped. Season 1 of this show. It's a BBC show. Dropped in 2016. The cast on this show, Tom Hiddleston and Hugh Laurie. Hugh Laurie played House. That was the actor who played House. That was the cast. Tom Hiddleston, Loki, and House. And season 2, so that was season 1 was in 2016. Season 2 just started to drop 10 years later. They picked up a second season of this show. And you know what? It's good. So I binge watched the first season, and now I'm watching the second season. So go watch that one, Yinzer. I think you might like it.
I agree, though. I haven't really watched TV much since basically 2.5 Men was done. Everything else is also on streaming service of some sort, like Paramount, Netflix, something like that.
Yeah,
the only thing I watch on regular TV now is football.
Oh, I've got a Plex. Yep. Ken, you've got the Plex. So I mean, you can Plex with me.
Yeah, most of my shit's on streaming.
Yeah,
bro. You know what they should do? They should make at least just one season. They should make a follow-up to The Sopranos where Anthony Soprano, like just to see what happens with Anthony Soprano.
Joe, come on. Don't get my hopes up like that.
Hey,
did you watch that movie?
I want to give Luca some more credit. I think I'm giving Luca the right credit. I'm not sure if he's the one who posted it. I can check real quick. But whoever posted the Pete Carroll meme where it's Ellen DeGeneres as Pete Carroll, pure magic.
I think that might
have to go find that.
Oh man,
he's not your coach anymore, Joe. You don't have to worry.
No, it's just.
Yeah, it was Isaac.
It was Isaac.
Yep. I figured that was perfectly on brand for him.
We haven't even talked about the games yet this week. I guess we'll get to that tomorrow or Friday. I mean, there's not much to talk about these playoff games. We know who these teams are. We're going to argue about the Bears-Packers game because, well, there's a Bears and a Packers fan here. So guess what? We're going to argue about it.
No,
here's the
you mean
thing.
we're not going to come out to an agreement on who's going to win this game, Ken?
Oh, we all know the Bears are going to win.
Yeah, it's going to be Green Bay the whole way.
Exactly.
for
Caleb's just going to
40-40
fall
time
right
first
over
time.
and forfeit.
I mean, we're at that point. Like, there isn't much to talk about with these games. Just give predictions, like, because we're also terribly wrong at our analysis of who's doing what these games, anyways. Like, why would we? So we can just shoot the shit on other stuff. But I mean, I'm looking forward to the playoff games. I can't believe that we're already here at the playoffs. The season has flown, and there have been so many changes in all of our lives since in the last year. Especially since we've been doing this show. I mean, hell, I've moved, got a new man cave. Ken's in a new man cave. Joe is still on the same cell phone in his truck in his house.
Oh, he's still Wilson.
Yeah, he's still Wilson. Some days.
Well, something's got to remain constant.
There you go, Joe. Our constant to get us through.
But like, we got some of the same storylines this year's playoffs we had in last year's playoffs. Like, can the Steelers win a playoff game? Is Sirianni really on the hot seat? I mean,
can I inject enough hope into this playoff game coming through that it propels the team going forward, unlike last year?
I mean, guys, we've already without even realizing we've already transitioned somewhat into the offseason because here we are talking about head coaches getting fired and getting hired in the draft, and like we still have playoff games to do. It's been a great year, guys, and I want to thank everyone for being along the ride with us as we've gone through our ups and downs together. I mean, this has been great. I can't believe though we're already at the playoffs. I'm hoping Chicago's season runs long. I'll say this about the Bears-Packers game. If the Packers win, the expectations are the same as they always are for them. If the Bears win, if the Bears win, expectations go up exponentially, more so than the Packers. And this is what I mean by that. And this might be something we can really talk about more tomorrow. So maybe give you guys food for thought over the night to think about whether I'm right or wrong. If the Bears win this game, you can't tell me Bears fans aren't going to come to the next season expecting a Super Bowl appearance. Because if you're the number 2 seed, you already expect them to make the NFC Championship game as a 2 seed, right? That's usually the expectation. And now, if you're a Bears fan, you're expecting a Super Bowl appearance next year after this season. If the Bears lose, it maybe brings a little more like reality to the situation because like we are a little ahead of schedule, right? And maybe we're ahead of schedule organically, not because we injected Khalil Mack into the system like we did last time, but still, I think we're a little bit ahead of where we probably thought we would be. But if I'm not saying it's bad that we win. Don't take that the wrong way. But I think the expectation of the Bears win this weekend or get to the NFC Championship game, get ready for it because if you thought Lions fans were bad and Packer fans have been bad with expectations over the last couple of years, yeah, wait till you see Bears fans next year. Okay, Adam Rankin's going to have the Bears at undefeated. And
Caleb that's ever changed. They're undefeated every year to him.
Yeah, and he's going to have, and Adam Rank's going to have them, throwing for like 7,000 yards. I mean,
don't you got to hit 4,000? I was going to say, don't you got to hit 4,000 first to get
84 touchdowns and 2 interceptions,
like 59 yards away or something like that. I mean, not
he was
bad.
still away.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't care about that stat to be honest with you, but yeah, that'll be a thing too. I'm looking forward to the game, though. I mean, by the way, this is a true rubber match. Not only is it the rubber match for the season, it's a rubber match for the history of the Bears and the Packers, who have only met twice in the postseason in their history. And yes, the record is 1-1. So,
hey, real quick, are we doing MMA Maniacs today? All right, cool. I got to get going, guys. I'll see you later, Ken. Have a good one, guys.
Yep, and I'll set that up right after we do this. So, yeah, thank you, everyone, for being on. Fred, thank you for joining us again.
Yeah, thanks for having me again, as always.
Oh, absolutely, man.
And now that we're fixed, everyone can go watch JB next. He should be on today. He wasn't on yesterday, but he's set up for today. So go check out JB next. Ken and I will be back here tomorrow with Joe and maybe Fred or maybe a Broski. You never know who the fourth person is going to be on the panel in any given weekday. I wasn't say Sunday, but we're in. Don't forget House Hall is on tonight as well at 7 p.m. Central, 8 on the East. Everyone have a great day. Enjoy Hump Day.